waiting? Why are you loading? You're taking so long to load. There we go. We can do this. Am I seeing you guys for an hour or an hour and a half?
I think it's an hour and a half.
Yay! Can we play a game? Can we play a game in our last half an hour? Who's up for that?
Oh. Yes, I'm up.
Thank you, LG. Can you put a muke attack and put one of each of these in there? And then I need a Texas allergy and... No, I don't want that one. One of each of these. I need a Texas allergy not in there. I need an Epilim in my hands, and I need 2 Ritalins.
Okay.
Oh wait, I can't take Ritalin now because I'm drinking vitamin C. Okay.
Is it healthy to be taking all that?
Pardon?
Is it healthy to be taking all that?
The Texas allergy, that's all because I'm sick, so, but the Epilim and the Ritalin I take every day, because the Epilim, basically stops me from getting suicidal.
Oh.
So, you know, would I rather be killed by medication or by myself? Yeah. Okay, get out my room, Ethan. Go to Mama. Go show Mama. Okay, so I just want to go through what we were doing yesterday quickly. Yes.
What is it?
It's an allergy pill. Yes, I want one of those. You guys are this one. You guys have the cake. Yay! The cake is so cute.
Are we gonna do the Valentine's thing today?
Yes, we're doing the Valentine's thing today. Oh my gosh, you guys have been like really wanting to do this Valentine's thing. Are you excited for this Valentine's thing? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
How many do you need? How many do you need?
I need one. Okay, so the Valentine's thing, what we're gonna do, the Valentine's Day creative writing, let's read the instruction to you, let's show you, who is that? Is that... great.
Are you gonna solidly read it?
Yes, thank you for checking, Alti. Okay, so create an origin story for Valentine's Day. It can be based on the current story or entirely your own. Now, I want you to note, I did not read up on the Valentine story. I do not know what it is. Okay? I'm not a big fan of Valentine's Day because of capitalism and how it's been taken over by capitalism. It's also a reason I'm not a big fan of Christmas, because it is just capitalism and consumerist. I mean, I like the ideas behind it, but some of the ideas I don't like, which is the spend every cent that you have and have absolutely no money for the next 2 or 3 months. Some people go into debt for Christmas, and I feel like that's not a vibe. I feel like that's not a good thing. So I didn't read up on Valentine's Day, so I'm going to let you guys surprise me. And I'm going to, from your stories, choose my favorite story. Okay. And if we want, we can create a collection. We can create one document, and then we can put all of your stories into one document, and then you guys can all read each other's stories and be like, okay, I really like this story. This is an interesting story. I will also be marking that out of 40. Okay.
Okay.
That's for reading and writing. I'm not totally sure. I might change this rubric a little bit. Yeah. Anyway, so I'll figure out how I'm going to do that one. Okay, how I'm going to mark it.
So, the medicines are in here.
Thank you. Can you bring it here? Thank you, Malzy Balzy. Okay, So, are we all good to start? Ryan, have fun at your therapy session. I love therapy sessions. They're so great. I get to talk about me for like a whole hour. Okay, can you get out of my room? So, have fun at your therapy session. Why do you hate them though? Do you not have a nice therapist? This cup legit has a hole in. I have to drink this fast.
So can we write it like about the history of Valentine's Day?
Absolutely, you can write about the actual history of Valentine's Day, but it must be written as like a story. As
Okay.
like you were actually there and I want to feel immersed.
How many words?
More than 250.
Okay.
Can we start now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wait, sorry, are we only writing the story today?
Oh, did you already write it?
No, I didn't. I just wasn't here, so I'm trying to catch up on all the stuff I missed.
Okay, yeah, we're not. It's not due today. We're only writing it today. We didn't start it yesterday because yesterday I said we're going to do this thing, and then what we ended up doing was show don't tell.
Oh, okay.
And so we were practicing different methods of show don't tell.
Okay.
But I think I did show don't tell with you last year, didn't I?
No.
Okay. Well, you can go check the article. I know you have been absent, and I don't want you to feel too stressed about catching up. Catch up as you can.
Okay.
The main focus is on keeping up with what we're doing currently in class, and then catching up is secondary.
Okay, no problem.
The thing is, Ryan, they do get money for listening. I don't know if you're still here. They do get money just for listening to you, but I don't know, like, I feel like we shouldn't have people in our life and expect them to do that for free necessarily. Because that is like some serious labor, especially like me talking about my traumatic childhood. I mean, it can traumatize the people in my life listening to my childhood stories. So, and they also direct your thoughts so that you can process the information if they're good. Like, I've been with some bad psychologists. I once had a psychologist and I saw her for like, so I've got a specific condition, which is a very, very common condition, but it is like one of the most untreatable conditions. People don't know how to treat it. Like, there's one treatment plan for it, but like, we never really get better. We can learn coping mechanisms, but we don't get better. Because our brains are just broken. Well, it might also just be the type of depression you have, because you have 3 types of depression. You've got major depression. I don't know. You've got like a wavy depression that goes ups and downs, and then you've got like this constant depression, which is chronic depression. So you've got major depression, chronic depression, and situational depression. So it might depend on what type of depression it is. And so that might also be affecting it. Like, if it's chronic depression, therapy is not talk therapy is not really going to help it. And like, for instance, if for my condition that I've got, talk therapy doesn't help because it can make it worse actually. So I need to use dialectical behavior therapy, which basically just means that my therapy includes meditation. What was harsh? Also, why do you never have a mic? It's okay, it's gotten better over the years. And it does destroy every one of my relationships. But, oh, your throat is hurting, that's not good, and now you've got a therapy session with your throat hurting. Love it.
Are we writing it in our books or like typing it on our computers?
So classwork I generally like typed out. Homework I generally like written out.
So this is classwork.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I first write it in my book?
If you want to write in your book, that's fine. As long as you just post it. Like,
Okay,
as long as
cool.
you take a photo and upload it.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. I nearly died. Jared, you were going to type or something. What were you going to say? Where were you yesterday, Jared? Oh, because I was sick. I'm sorry about that. I'm just looking for my phone. I lost my phone. Oh, there it is. Well, organizing your room is a valid thing to do. I do not ever organize my room, and then it gets organized maybe like once a month when my friend comes over and he says, Marinas, how do you live in this mess? And then he organizes my room. It's great. It's a great deal. Oh, I see. You sent me a message and said you haven't completed the Valentine's thing yet. So you don't need to You didn't need to do anything for the Valentine's thing yet, Shannon.
Okay,
But no one
thank you.
completed anything.
Okay.
Okay, is anyone really struggling with ideas?
Yes.
Me.
Okay, why?
My brain is not being creative.
Oh my gosh, says the artist. Really? Really?
I see it in visual form.
Okay, I get that. Like, I can paint amazing things, but writing a story, I'm like. But that's
Yeah.
why literally just go read the story and write it in your own way.
I know.
Pardon?
Yeah.
Just
brain.
make it your own.
Okay.
And also, Kai, don't you have like ADHD or something?
Autism. My
Okay.
therapist is quite sure I'm ADHD and many, many others.
Okay, then you do have creativity, but it just comes in a very inconvenient form, like weird dreams and
Yeah.
what is it? And what are those thoughts? You know, those like awful thoughts that you sometimes have.
Intrusive thoughts.
Intrusive thoughts.
Yeah.
And it comes in the form of intrusive thoughts. You can't say you're not creative because literally the other day I was like, well, what if cats actually like had metal spikes all over them? And that was how cats looked. And then I imagined this whole world of cats with metal spikes. And would they be classified as animals or machines? And how would they come about? Just because of an intrusive thought.
Interesting.
I sometimes get nice intrusive thoughts like that I like just can't get rid of. Sometimes they suck. Like sometimes intrusive thoughts suck.
Yeah. Very much so.
But
Feel
I
like-
do not think talking about them in a session, in like a lesson, is nice. Because, like, what if I set off that thought in you?
Yeah. I feel like there's a difference between intrusive thoughts and impulsive thoughts.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
Like, so my problem is that, like, I am very impulsive, and I often share my, like, hectic thoughts with my spouse, and she's got a whole host of her own things. And so, it can really affect her, like, so badly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you want, just go look up the story and just make it your own.
Okay.
Do you know what I did with one of my classes once? It was so much fun. I had them write conspiracy theories. Like, just to get their creative juices flowing. Like, what would be the most bizarre conspiracy theory you could think of?
I would enjoy that.
So, like, my father-in-law, I was, like, at a very, very inopportune moment on Sunday. He phones me, and I was, like, feeling like death. Anyway, so he phones me, and he's talking about, like, maths conspiracy theories, because he's, like, really into conspiracy theories. Not because he thinks he's into conspiracy theories, but because he genuinely believes all these things, because that's what YouTube shows him. So, like, he's very much led by everything YouTube tells him. And so a couple of years ago, so it's basically just the way things have worked out. And before 1907, the answer to a specific maths question would have been 1, but now the answer is 9. And, like, that was mind-boggling for him, which it is true, but I understand why it's true, because I understand how maths logic develops. But he developed a whole conspiracy theory about how they're trying to change our maths so that they can make us dumber. So that they can control our minds.
I've kind of heard that, I think. Isn't that the math where, like, anything is right or whatever?
The thing is, like, you'll hear boomers often talk about the fact that their maths was different and the way they did maths was different. Yes, the way they did maths was different because they learned processes instead of logic. So they learned to put a process of, if you've got multiplication and you're multiplying things of multiple digits, you use the process of putting them underneath each other and you do the whole thing underneath. However, that doesn't teach you the logic of the fact that you are saying 500 times 300 times, you're saying 500 times the 300, plus you're saying 500 times the 40, plus you're saying 500 times the 4. Do you know what I mean? So, it might be, you don't have to understand exactly what I'm trying to explain, but the point is, nowadays they teach the logic, which has been scientifically proven to be a more effective way of approaching maths. And so, as science improves, every other area of education also improves. And so there will always be people who say, yes, but my way was better. My parents believe that their way of raising me was much better than the way I raised my kids. However, my kids are a lot less insecure than I was as a kid. My kids are very secure. And I think people should just let things change. The world changes. And that's okay.
I have to go. I have art.
Enjoy art, Kai.
Thank you.
Can you finish this for next week?
I will try.
you.
Yes. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Does anyone want to start their own company when they finish school, their own business?
Oh, I kind of want to avoid business, but I have a lot of friends who want to go into it.
No. Okay, well, what do you want to do when you finish school?
No clue.
Pardon?
No clue.
Yeah, but what do you mean avoid business?
I was never really a fan of the subject. I kind of
me
want to
neither.
avoid.
I
taking
failed
that.
business. I didn't do business studies. I didn't fail. Like, for me, failing is getting under 70%. But, I got under 70% for EMS, Economic Management Sciences. Because I would get like 100% for the accounting section, and then I would get like 40% for the business section. I hated it, but I love having my own business.
You have your yeah.
Pardon?
Never mind. Good question.
Does anyone have like nice plans for the weekend?
Not. Oh yeah, we're being left. Because our mom and dad are going in the out for the weekend.
Oh my gosh, that sounds wonderful. I'm gonna leave my kids at home and go away for the weekend.
Well, it's my mom's birthday, so yeah.
Sleeping over at your girlfriend, that's wonderful. How long have you been with your girlfriend, Jared? And how did you guys meet? So you're gonna be at home this weekend, what are you gonna do? Have you got like specific plans? Are you gonna watch specific movies or series or play games? But that was you, David. Or was it you, Rowan, who said that?
What? Wait.
Oh,
I was the
David,
one who
David.
just talked.
Oh wait, is your name David, not David?
No, it's David.
Okay, cool. So, tell me, your siblings, one is like my age, hey?
Yes, one is 29, I think.
And lives with you?
No, he's living in his own house now, and he has a wife and one child so far.
Okay. And your other brother? He was born in like 98 or something, hey?
Yeah, my second oldest sibling is this is my sister. She is like 25, I think, and then I have another brother that is 22, and then a sister that is 19, and then another older brother that is 17, and then me that is 16, a younger brother that is 14, and the youngest brother that is 13.
Oh my gosh. How many are
It's a
you?
mouthful.
It's like 7 kids.
It's 8 kids.
8 kids. Oh my gosh.
And that's only direct family, not like sister-in-law or something like that.
Like you guys could like sail a ship together. Like you should become pirates.
We could. Well, that was the thing. My mom and dad always wanted a lot of children that we can, and I also want a lot of children. I want at least like 5 or 7 kids.
Oh, I wanted like literally, I genuinely wanted 12 kids, and then I had 2, and then I decided that I don't want more kids because as much as I love the idea of like teenage kids, I do not love the idea of little babies.
Well, at the moment, I think we were at one point 4 teenagers in the house. Yeah, and still younger brothers and older brothers.
Wow.
But 4 teenagers.
Yeah, no, I like the idea of having like lots of teenagers and stuff, but like I don't like babies much.
I love it.
I don't, and like, yeah, I get along. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so I've got 2 people's plans for the weekend. Okay, I made it through friends. That's cool. I've got 2 people's plans for the weekend. What are your plans, Shannon?
I'm going to a house party.
You go to so many parties though.
No,
Popular. You're gonna be popular.
I just like friends. I'm like, okay.
You know,
I still
I've
Yeah?
never been to a house party, like never.
Really?
Yeah, maybe once. I don't know. Maybe
Oh.
that one time it was a house party, but like I don't know. When I was a teenager, there were the house parties with like the jocks, and then there were the house parties with the emos.
Oh.
And I
okay.
was part of the emo crowd, and the emo crowd didn't really do the same things as the jock crowd.
Oh,
So we kind of
yeah.
just hung out in the garden and just like chilled on the grass and like
That's me.
sat around
That's
a
me.
campfire. Whereas my brother would, when he was a teenager, would like have these huge parties and they'd be dancing and stuff.
Oh, I see. I see. Yeah. hmm
So you've got
Now
a house party. What else?
No, that's all. I can only handle one thing like on a weekend because otherwise it gets too crazy for me.
Oh, I get that.
Yeah. And I have strict parents, so I have a curfew and everything. So
What
yeah.
what time is the curfew?
12:30.
How old are you?
I'm 16.
Oh my gosh, when I was 16, my curfew was 10 o'clock.
Oh,
And so because
Same.
my curfew was 10 o'clock, I just slept over at friends. And also I had a motorbike, so I could do whatever I wanted. The rule with my motorbike was you can go wherever you want as long as you tell us and you don't go on the highway.
Okay.
So I like, yeah, but I did have a curfew of 10 o'clock when I was coming home. But when I was sleeping over at friends, then I wasn't allowed to ride my bike after 10 at night.
Were you like allowed like sleepovers like there was no restriction to how much sleepovers you get? 'Cause
Yeah, I was allowed as many sleepovers as I wanted.
oh, you see, I'm not even like allowed.
I
I
just
get like
wasn't allowed. I wasn't allowed people I was dating to sleep over.
okay, same. But I'm not even allowed to really sleep over. Like 2 times a month, then my parents are like, okay, you're done sleeping over. That's why I think my curfew is so late.
Oh yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Like I literally slept at my best friend's house like every Friday and every Saturday night.
So lucky. Oh my word.
And then they didn't like her much. My parents didn't like her much, so she couldn't sleep at our house that often. Like she could come over, but my parents would be like kind of weird about her.
Oh.
Yeah, but I didn't choose the best friends in high school.
Hey?
I didn't have the best friend choices in high school. I wasn't very good at choosing friends.
Sorry.
Like I just chose very dodge friends.
Oh,
Like they got into drugs and things like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That happens sometimes.
I'm 16 and my bedtime is 9:30.
Oh gosh.
What?
And
Okay.
I've never had a sleepover before.
Okay, I must say my kids will not be allowed sleepovers.
Oh, well, I've had one sleepover at my sister's, but never at someone else's house.
I remember the stuff I got up to at sleepovers, so I know my kids will not go to sleepovers. No.
The only way I can go to sleepover if it's if a sibling is there with me, an older sibling, and it's most likely if it's their house, not like I'm not allowed to go like to someone else's house and have a sleepover or a party or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, my kids are not allowed sleepovers. But also, I don't know, like, we don't live in like a small town type of vibe, so it's not like everyone knows everyone. So, it's, like, it can be very dangerous. But my dad had this, like, sixth sense, and, like, I used to sometimes sneak out the house, and then I would go to, like, a club, and then get to the outside of the club, and then my dad would phone me, and I'd cancel the call. And then he'd know which friend I'm with, and then he'd phone whichever friend I'm with, and he'd say, "Tell Marinus to come home right now, or I'm fetching him." And yes, I didn't want that to happen, and so yeah, I was not Yeah, I was a naughty kid. Oh, that's cool. When I was in a trick, my brother's girlfriend took me clubbing. And that was great. I went once. I didn't. It was fun. But then, like, I didn't go clubbing again until I was like 23, 24. But I go, like, once a month I go clubbing with my two brothers. So this weekend I've got this cool event on Saturday, where it's kind of like, I don't know, have any of you watched Pose, the show on Netflix?
Nope.
No.
So it's kind of like, it's called Ballroom, but it's not like what you would think ballroom dancing or whatever. It's basically like a fashion show where people have made their own clothing.
That's
And
cool.
then they also dance and they sing and they lip sync and they do a lot of things like that on this like runway. And it's really cool. So last time I went was in 2019, and then I was going to go for my birthday in 2020, and then there was COVID. And then they didn't have another event, and now this is their first event again. And so I'm very excited, but my best friend who used to go with me has moved to another country, so I can't go with them.
Are you going alone?
No, I'm going with another friend.
Oh, okay.
Okay, how far are you guys with your stories? Can you use a bit of stories? You've had an hour.
I'm almost done.
I'm halfway.
Maybe like another 15 minutes.
Okay, but in 9 minutes we're going to play games, so you're going to have to do it for homework then.
Okay.
I'm far from done. Kind of. Maybe in the middle.
Maybe in the middle. Okay.
I'm like 3/5 done. Or maybe 4/5.
4/5. Okay. So Jared, I know you live in Cape Town, and Shannon, you live like in a winey area.
Yeah, in Franschhoek.
And is it Limmy or Limey? How do I say your name?
Lemay.
Lemay. Okay, cool.
Yes, but you can call me
No,
whatever.
yeah,
I
that
really
makes
don't
sense,
mind.
Lemay, because a Y is an A sound in Afrikaans, so Lemay.
Yeah.
So Lemay, where do you live?
Centurion.
Okay, that's not too far from me.
Yeah.
And David, where do you live?
Cape Town, Durbanville.
Okay. Is that close to you, Jared? Cool. And what about you, Rowan? Where do you stay? Heidelberg. Oh wow, that's like maybe an hour from me. Oh wait, is there a Heidelberg in the Western Cape? I know about the Heidelberg that's like just outside of Joburg.
Yeah, I think there's Heidelberg in Western Cape.
Yeah, I think there is.
Yes. Okay, yeah. You're like just outside of Joburg. Maybe it's in like an hour and a half. I don't know. Depends on what part of Joburg, I suppose. I'm actually going to Umhlanga for the first time, like, since 2015. Yeah, since 2015. This year in June. So excited. Like, my kids do not know what the sea looks like, and they're 5 and 6.
Whoa.
You have to understand that the closest, like, the sea, the closest sea to me is like 6.5, maybe 7 hours, and since I have kids and a wife, it's probably like 8 hours of driving.
Oh my word. Yeah, that's understandable. Yo.
So, last time, like, I love Cape Town a lot more than Durban. And last time I went to Cape Town was in 2014, I think. But I took the train, you know, the Shoza Express.
Yeah.
So I went on that, and it was such a great trip. It was like 28 hours or 26 hours or something. And it was just like so cool. It was like an adventure.
I've never been on a train before.
I took my kids on a train for the first time on the 2nd of January. For my son's birthday, we went on the car train. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's so cool. Oh my word.
Like, for me, car train is very normal because, like, when I was in grade 8, my mother didn't want to drive all the way to me because like she lived like 40 or 50 minutes away from me. So we would meet halfway with me just taking the car train and then taking a bus.
Mm.
And it was pretty cool. And we'd meet at like Monte Casino or something. But it would take me like really long to get to Monte Casino, like 45 minutes, when in reality, if I just drive there, it takes me like 15 minutes. So, you know, she could have just driven. Okay, guys.
Just-
Yeah?
Do you take the train a lot though, or do you like prefer driving?
I prefer driving. The problem is, like, if I take the train, then I have to pay for my whole family.
Okay, that's yeah.
And it's just like so much.
Yeah.
For instance, the going from Edenvale to Pretoria, on the car train, we went Edenvale to Pretoria and back. It cost, there were 4 of us, and I think it cost 600 rand.
Yeah. So it's
And
very-
if I paid petrol to go from Edenvale to Pretoria, it would have cost 200 rand.
Okay, yeah. Then definitely drive.
I prefer flying.
I
what?
don't like the emissions from flying because it's really bad for the environment. And last time I flew, when I went to Cape Town in 2014, I flew back because I couldn't take the train back for some reason. But I don't generally fly places. Oh wait, no. In 2014, I also went to Malawi on the plane. I wanted to take the bus, but like the people who were going with me, they were like, no. No. We're taking a plane. We are not having a 50-hour bus ride.
Whoa.
So, like, I was keen. I was like ready to do this thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so how far are you guys with your things? Are you gonna submit to me soon, or after the lesson, or whenever?
I might be able to submit it like a few hours after the lesson.
Okay, don't
Yeah,
let
me
it take
too.
you a few hours because then you're spending too much time on it.